I know that guy.
Last week, after our massive six-man tag team main event, the National Wrestling Alliance staged a media opportunity ahead of our NWA World's Heavyweight Championship match between champion Matt Cardona and challenger Nick Aldis, scheduled for Always Ready Saturday, June 11th.
Matt, I'm going to address this to you right now as the champion. Has Nick Aldis earned a shot?
No! Never! He had his shot. He had his rematch, and he lost. That's it. Get to the back of the line.
These people know the same thing I know, the same thing Joe Galli knows, the same thing that Johnny the catering guy knows, is that the only reason that you still have Sweet Charlotte is blind, unadulterated luck.
No. No.
The National Treasure Nick Aldis went on to propose a match stipulation to ensure that there would be no outside interference, a steel cage match.
Hey, Billy Corgan is a promoter. He gives the people what they want. And it sounds like what they want is for me to rip you limb from limb inside a steel cage. And I gotta tell you, it's taken every bit of restraint I've had since you put your hands on my wife to not jump across this table right now and throttle you. But the fact of the matter is, Matt, is that I want that more than I want to put you in the hospital. So what I'm gonna do is behave myself. Because I don't want you to press charges. No. I don't want you to get a restraining order. I don't want you to hire a private security. I want you to step in the squared circle with me. And I want to take you out and take that home and send you packing.
Yeah! Since this assembly, we've received word that Matt Cardona has countered with a potential match stipulation of his own. Outside of the National Wrestling Alliance, Matt Cardona has earned himself the moniker of the Deathmatch King. And as such, he has proposed to defend the 10 pounds of gold in a death match.
Matt, you get you and me in a ring together. No shenanigans, no outside interference. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday, I beat you and make you tap out. That's all there is to it.
These two proposals by the champion and challenger are currently under review by the NWA Board of Directors as well as the NWA Chairman, William Patrick Corgan, who are working to come up with a fair and impartial solution befitting the 10 pounds of gold.
Well, what is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne, and this is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance, and it seems like this crowd just gets bigger and bigger every single time. Thanks to everybody in the chat for being here. We're going to get to you guys in just a minute, but you see Will up there. Danny Dealz is here. Kyle's here. Joe Galli's here. And a very special guest, the queen of the Cardona family, Miss Chelsea Green. Thank you for being here, Chelsea. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. I mean, obviously, today is all of your lucky day because I have graced you with my presence. And let me tell you something. I am extremely busy, and I don't do things unless I get paid. And Lord knows you guys aren't paying me.
No, that's true.
That's true. That's what the kids say. Yeah. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And, I know that your family's going through so much right now with the world title going to be on the line. Always ready. So I know that must be weighing on you, the stipulation and everything. Will you have a husband covered in blood if a death match happens? The questions, they're all there.
I mean, first of all, he's not called the Deathmatch King for nothing. Second of all, we don't stress about little things like that. I mean, really, do we really think Nick Aldis and Mickey James are going to take this title away. No, we are absolutely not losing sleep at night over something so ridiculous. I don't even know why we're really talking about this right now. We're having a pay-per-view, and it is all about us, the main event, the stars of NWA, and that's what we should focus on, is really just the overall pay-per-view here, people.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
Will, what do you think?
Yep, for sure, 100%.
Well, Chelsea, we'd love to see you on the pay-per-view. I assume you'll be there since it's always ready and it's named after you. It was, a lot of us were, some of us at least, were hoping that we would see you in a title match.
Of course she's going to be there. We need people in the building, right, Chelsea?
I mean, yeah, I'm absolutely going to be there. If I wasn't going to be there, I feel like, my husband is definitely a draw, but every now and then you need a little zhuzh, you need a little sex appeal. But I will be there. So make note, everybody, write on your calendars. Chelsea will be at Always Ready. Buy your tickets. I do feel like I was slighted a little bit. I don't understand why I don't have a title match. If we're going to go back to the last pay-per-view that I was in, I did not get pinned by neither the champion nor Kylie Ray. So I'm not totally understanding why I don't have a chance at the title. We'll let Kylan have her, little 15 minutes of fame, I guess, if that's necessary. And then we're going to go from there. But really, the best thing for this business right now would be to put me against the champion Camille for a rematch, I think.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And they had to stack the deck against you to get you out of that.
Well, but there was that number one contender match, the triple threat matchup that was there, where Kylan won that opportunity. Now, here's the thing, Chelsea. I don't want you to be very upset.
Wait a second. Let's just back it up for 1 second before you just throw a comment out there like that ruins my reputation. I want you to know that weekend, before that match, I took 4 flights in 2 days. I had a sinus infection, okay? So, yeah, of course, Kylan was able to pin me on my worst day. That's a little unfair, okay?
It was on the injury report.
It took 2 people to pin you.
Well, exactly, because, I'm a true star, really.
That's fantastic that you have that out, that you could always just say, hey, this is what happened. It's not on me. It was circumstances out of your hands. That's great. You made an argument for it. But unfortunately, nobody in this chat can make those matches. And I'm sorry. So, William Patrick Corgan, if you're listening, Chelsea Green wants that match. All right, I did it. I tried to help out.
Not just Chelsea Green, the whole world wants that title off of the big, what do you guys call her? The brick house? Is that what you call her?
Yeah.
I mean, we need.
She's also part of the power couple.
No, we need it on someone who is going to travel the world and is going to elevate the title. We don't need it on someone mediocre. I mean, that's the nicest way I can put it.
Chelsea, he said she's in the real power couple. Did you hear him?
I know. I
ignored that. Again, I ignore stupidity as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, crack them open, Kyle. Look at you.
I'm just going to drink that criticism away and just pretend that I'm on your level. My apologies.
Joseph, do we have any questions for Chelsea? Since you are the investigative reporter of the bunch.
Well, you know what? I was about to give you a nice compliment, Chelsea, because I know that triple threat match didn't go your way, but we're looking at our NWA official YouTube channel, and that particular matchup is already over 1 million views, and I'd have to imagine that you would take the lion's share of the credit for the reason why that has become such a popular matchup.
I momentarily was distracted by my very expensive, very beautiful puppy. But yes. I will absolutely take credit for that. I mean, look, everything that Matt and I touches turns viral. I would say turns to gold. That would be a funny pun, but turns viral. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take credit for that, because let's be real, who else are they watching for?
Your dog looks like the dog from Fraggle Rock, so I'm super excited right now.
It is a very good dog.
Scott brings up a point here. If it's a Cardona family pay-per-view, Chelsea isn't in a match. That's a very interesting question from the chat.
What is the question?
It says, if it's a Cardona family pay-per-view, why doesn't Chelsea have a match?
So let's say this. I don't know that NWA can afford me to have another pay-per-view match right now. However, if the opportunity arose and I was able to have, say, a title match or something along those lines, maybe I would take a pay cut. Maybe.
Well, right. Let's also think about this, Chelsea. The entire weekend really is all devoted to the Cardona family. Not only do we have the pay-per-view, but our following day of power tapings is titled Knocks Out for a reason. I mean, it was your husband that kind of bequeathed that name to his best friend and Mike Knox, also it being in Knoxville. So I have to imagine there might be some additional politicking there to give you additional opportunities, and that's why people need to go to both nights in Knoxville.
I wouldn't exactly say politicking would be a fair term to use. Let's just think of it as I deserve these opportunities. I worked very hard. I don't know if you know this, but I actually have been to all of the top companies in the world. I have traveled all over as the Chelsea Green. So if there's anyone in this division, it is the person whose name means the most. And I mean, also let's just talk about the fact that my name is more of a household name than the champions. There's a problem with that.
Ooh, some strong words there. Will, what do you think?
Tentacles popping up here talking about you versus genocide. I did see an internal memo within the company here about possible matches that Knocks Out, and I think maybe that one's a little close to home there. What if you have to face genocide? What's your take on that? Part woman, part robot.
Okay. Well, I have been in the ring with genocide before at NWA Empower. Let me just say this. I'm not chomping at the bit to get in the ring with a half robot, half woman anytime soon. But again, if it'll get me one step closer to that title shot, I'm going to do it. I just need a little bit of a warning so I can do some research on how to deprogram a robot.
Terry Maples here saying it's Chelsea Green's world. We just live in it. # truth. Look at that. You've got to believe her right there.
Terry knows. Terry knows. I know Terry. Terry knows.
Speaking of things that people know, Gary, what do you know about going on this week on Power?
Oh, just so much stuff going on this week on Power. But the big thing that people are talking about right now, I think, is the Matt Cardona, Nick Aldis situation that you saw right up at the top of the show. And I'm just curious. I know you ran through things. You called Cardona the Deathmatch King, but do you have a preference for that matchup, Chelsea? Do you feel like something like have you had an internal discussion in the Cardona family about what you hope goes down, or a reason? I mean, why the death match might be it if that's the case.
I mean, we haven't spoken about, what we hope is going to happen. We've spoken about what is going to happen, and then the celebration that's going to take place with the entire Cardona family after the match. We might hold off and we might wait until after the weekend because we are true professionals and we've got a busy weekend ahead. But I will say this: after the Deathmatch King retains all of his titles, whether it be the name of the Deathmatch King, the physical title, whatever it is, we're going to be celebrating with lots of champagne and some activities that I am not willing to tell you about on this stream.
Well, Dealz will definitely have the shirt for the pay-per-view. I got it in stock right now. See this right here? And it's almost gone. So I'm probably going to have to make some more for the pay-per-view. But of course,
I mean, you're going to have to, because everything that Matt sells out. So you might want to call up your t-shirt guy now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Will, you got one on right now, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Always.
Speaking of T-shirts, I do have to ask about your trip recently. I know you've got the Disney T-shirt on right now, so you guys are always at Disney. But recently, your honeymoon, that looked pretty incredible at the Maldives, right? That was pretty amazing.
We flew business class all the way there, 25 hours to get to the Maldives. We had our own private island, took only 6 minutes to walk around the island. We saw sharks, stingrays, turtles, and we had the most beautiful overwater bungalow you have ever seen in your entire life. You've probably never seen one in your entire life, but let me tell you, it was beautiful.
I had to cancel my wedding due to COVID, and we had a plan, and it was nowhere near as good as yours, but it was almost there. So you're living the life I wish I did. And I got to tell you, you know what weirds me out? Matt Cardona keeps on posting pictures of him wearing basically a Speedo, and I'm like, why is it without knee pads? It's basically the gear he wears in everyday life when he's wrestling, but without knee pads, somehow it just seems like it's somehow more lurid. I don't know what knee pads change everything. Real talk there. Good looking. By the way, congratulations. You two, obviously, not hard on the eyes. I'm glad to see that attractive people keep on finding each other.
I don't know if it's possible to be more awkward than you were just now walking into that question than you were coming out of it. It was just real weird, that whole thing.
That was really typical Kyle. I mean, that was
Kyle, what did I say?
Kyle,
are you eating them alcoholic gummies again today?
Kyle.
What was that, buddy?
You eating them alcoholic gummies again? What do you got?
No, that was last night. Smashing Pumpkins, by the way, folks. If you have a chance to experience the Smashing Pumpkins live and in person, may I recommend that. Also, let's just do a plug about live and in person. Chelsea was talking about how busy her schedule is coming up. June 11th, always ready, Knoxville Convention Center. It's going to be on pay-per-view. Check it out on Fight. If you're the all-access subscriber for the annual pass, you already got it. Otherwise, you can just subscribe right now. The night after, knocks out an NWA power taping event. Obviously, there's going to be some names there that we haven't revealed yet. I can tell you this much, spoiler. Chelsea, I believe you have a match. I saw it. It's going to happen, so be prepared. Hopefully, they'll tell you the rest of the information.
This is my formal warning.
I got to tell you, your name's on a list. Just be prepared to wrestle. And if any of the fans want to see you wrestle, Knocks Out's the place to do it. And then we're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, Skyway Studios for 2 days of NWA USA and Power tapings. Again, all those things available. NWATix.com. That's NWATix.com. I got my plug-in. Time to drink more.
Yeah,
Kyle,
there'll probably be some.
Just a second here, boys. If this is truly happening and I am gracing you all with my presence in the ring, let it be known that I want hair and makeup early, and I need a touch-up later on. Okay, can you write that on your little notepad that you have going on, your little secret notepad?
Noted.
Chelsea.
I'll make sure they remember. These guys forget a lot of times. I'll make sure they remember. Chelsea.
Scribbling right now.
I'm making a mental note that you said that. You are in charge of getting hair and makeup. And if you don't have it...
Oh.
Do you have a particular makeup person you want? Because I could just make sure I hire the right person for you.
I absolutely do, but I'm not going to tell everyone right now. Because if I said it live on the stream, she would be booked solid.
She'd have too much things, yeah.
Only the best.
I definitely have people booked for that, so you're good. I like how sometimes we blur the lines here, but real talk, you'll be all right.
All right, well, and thanks to everybody still joining us in the chat, and I'm trying to catch all these questions coming in or the comments and everything. But shout out to everybody joining us on Twitch for the first time. We had to have a very special guest for the special first time we showed up on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Joe Galli is no longer with us. I don't know what just happened to him just now, but he left.
Looks like he's in the middle of chewing.
Chelsea, I have to ask you, even though we've discussed and there's all kinds of circumstances around it, you're not in the title match with Camille and Kylan King, but do you have a pick for who walks out of that match with the title?
I mean, we need a title change. Period. Okay, we need a title change. And look, I will say this.
All right, we heard it right here, folks.
I will say this. Okay, now, granted, I've said this before. I will say it again. I was very sick. I had a sinus infection. Those are the only reasons why Kylan pinned me. But if there was anyone that could pin me, that could come close to pinning me, it might be Kylan. So, you know what? I hope that she has a great, strong match against Camille. I hope she comes out on top because when she does, I know all the tricks up her sleeve now. She's got nothing left. And I'm going to snatch the title right off her.
So that's your official pick. That's who you think's winning. Because I got to get this for the Dealz line so I can put my betting lines up. You think Kylan's?
Bet on it.
All right.
I think this is a big moment. This feels like the biggest compliment I've heard you give tonight to anyone besides that's not a member of the Cardona family. So that's
don't expect
impressive.
to hear it again.
All right.
Thank you very much for the heads up on that.
Will, do you have any questions, being as though you were the Cardona representative on the show?
I don't. The queen has said it all. She's the queen of the Cardona family. She speaks for everyone, myself included. And yeah, she said it all.
Well, Chelsea,
I do not enjoy the comments that are coming in that I'm seeing.
Just ignore those people.
Very disrespectful, especially the fact that, NWA
look at this one.
viewership. See, this is ridiculous. Honestly, NWA's viewership has probably tripled since the Cardonas came into the picture. So everyone should be thanking me. The fans, the catering guy, the lighting people, all of you guys, everyone should really, truly be thanking me for bringing more eyes to this product.
That's the second plug the catering guy has gotten this episode. First, Nick at the beginning during the recap. You just mentioned the catering guy. I get it. People are hungry. Look, the pup's right back here. They're right. Chipotle's delicious.
Yeah.
Well, we want to be respectful of your time. I know we only were able to afford a little bit of the time, President William Patrick Corgan was only available to afford a little bit of the time for Chelsea tonight. Anybody have any last stuff for Chelsea before we let her get out of here?
If you have something, you better ask me quick because I have a million other things to do. I'm sure you guys have all night to sit here on your asses and chit chat. But a true superstar doesn't allot that much time for things like this. So go ahead and ask me some questions before I leave.
How's the
I
wrist?
would just like to say I'm glad you graced us with your presence tonight, Sugar
Yes.
Pop. It was very good to see you, Chelsea.
Very
and
honored.
I look forward to seeing you in Nashville because that means and Knoxville, and that means we'll have the seats full. So with Dealz there and Chelsea there's no way it's not going to be a sellout.
No, it's absolutely going to be a sellout. And if you haven't got your tickets yet, you better get them before it sells out because anything that we touch turns sold out.
Perfect.
Chelsea, do you care to give the name of your pup there?
I've got dude that continues to make his presence known, and then on the bed behind him, which you guys might have seen him flop around a couple times, his name is Walt.
Oh.
So Dude and Walt?
Big D and Walt.
Yeah, got a problem with that, Kyle? Or is it...
No, I never had a problem with the big D deals.
All right.
What was the
Right.
reaction there? Get your mind out of the gutter. Come on.
I have no what to
That's
say.
the D. And she just, it was her words, not mine.
All right.
Chelsea WrestleCade, that will happen, actually, whoever just put that.
I'm going to be at WrestleCade.
Yes.
Nice.
What are the dates for WrestleCade? Can you share with the fans there so we can get a plug in for
It's
that too?
Thanksgiving weekend in November every year.
Well, cool. What's Thanksgiving?
Salem, North
I don't know.
Carolina, and Chelsea will definitely be there, as well as the Deal Machine.
Always there, always the best dressed.
That's true.
Perfect. Because I'm pretty sure we have something we'll be announcing in Thanksgiving month as well. November, folks, look out for that one coming up. We'll be making some announcements about a number of things in a number of places. We got a year planned. Hopefully you'll be a part of it as it goes on.
Joseph, do you have any questions for Chelsea before she departs?
You guys have covered it. I know her time is exceedingly valuable, and I would hate to be wasting it here with you. I know it. I got it.
You're pointing to the wrist. How's the wrist? That was another question somebody asked.
The wrist is great. The wrist is better than ever. When you pay good money for good surgeons, you heal like a miracle.
Just want to make sure you don't have an Achilles wrist. That's all.
Are you hoping
Kyle, quit bringing the mood down.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, come on, Kyle.
That's genuine questions. Like, are you hoping Mickie James is there with Nick at Always Ready as well?
Oh, now that's interesting. What happens if old Mick is there?
I absolutely would love if my good friend Mick graced us with her presence. I would love that because I have not seen her in a while. And the last time I saw her, she I mean, unfairly hit me from behind. So, yeah, I absolutely hope that she's there. I've got a conversation that I would love to have with her in or out of the ring.
Okay.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
maybe that's why we haven't seen her in a while. Maybe she knows Chelsea's on the warpath. What do you guys think?
She absolutely knows.
All right. Well, Chelsea Green, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time, and we know it's valuable, so we'll let you go for now. And
congratulations on the honeymoon, by the way. I wish you all the greatest, and I hope that anything I've said did not offend you, and that I am very wrong for the behalf of the Cardonas, that things may not work out exactly the way you want at Always Ready on June 11th.
I'm sure you'll find out on June 11th.
On that news there, bye, losers.
Bye.
Well, that
Making
was
friends.
wonderful.
She's really great. I'm glad she took the time to be a part of this. I just wish she could deal with some of the reality and the hard truths that sometimes are presented. We don't know what's going to happen. If we did, why would we be bothering? Anything can happen at any time, and I just wish she acknowledged that. But I like her confidence. I can't relate to it, but I like her confidence.
You know what I like? I like this Atari NWA retro shirt I've got on right here.
You know what I like?
Website.
I like this NWA hat as well.
That hat's pretty sweet right there. Look, and we go. Even that shirt that Joe's got, I found a few of those. I put those up on clearance because I only found
Georgia.
Gotta get one of those.
Yeah, they're only in a few sizes. I found them, so I put them. I think they're $9.99. And look at this. Look at all this stuff right here. That black and gold one's almost gone. Of course, the hoodie's almost gone. It's so hot, it's leaving in the summer. Can you believe it? Inverted's low. The retro game is getting low. I got a couple more designs coming for June, but we're gonna hold off on that for a second. But
I mean, real talk. We've talked about this before. That if you don't grab these things when they're here, they might not be coming back. From my understanding, is once these ones are gone, they're pretty much gone.
Yeah, that's about it. And it also, the poster bundles that the Deal Machine has put up are almost gone. And the shirt bundles have been running through. DVDs are flying. Everything's moving. All the stuff that Candy found for me and shipped to me. We got the new hat that I show you. Where's the new hat? I got a new hat.
New hat?
Yeah, new hat.
Tell me more about this. As a bald man, sometimes I don't like to shave my head, and I like to wear a hat to hide the fact that it's got stubble on it. Talk to me, baby.
Where's the camera at? On me.
Sorry. Coming.
Hey!
There it is.
That's a hat. Look at that.
That's pretty fresh, right? Now they got a little Velcro snap right here. It's not a snap, it's a Velcro.
And it's got the bill underneath is black, not green, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh, I want one of them.
Why would it have a green? See?
Look at that.
Pretty sweet. What do you think, Chach? I think. And I also found some Carneyland hat. Maddie's wearing them. I don't know if you can see Maddie. Is he in the shot? I don't know.
We tend not to talk about Carneyland, but it's good to know that if there's merchandise that people could still get if they remember those times, the pandemic NWA era, as I like to call it, because everybody loves remembering that period of time where everything was not what they wanted in life.
Well, don't bring the people down, Kyle. But I found the stuff in a tub that Candy sent me, so I reduced the price and I threw it up there. If somebody wants it, it's there. What am I going to do with it? Right? There we go.
Hey, one day you hold on to the stuff long enough, everything becomes retro again, and no matter what, people have fond memories of anything at any given time.
Well, Scotty got a Shooter Stevens shirt. See that? Yeah,
I got one of those too. I love it.
Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get. I don't know.
Carneyland ruled. Santa, I'm glad you liked it, Betty.
Guys, if you're watching this right now and you haven't already, hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. Subscribe on Twitch. This is our first time on Twitch. You got to tell people about it. Retweet from the NWA. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. Get on there. And hey, if you even want to toss some coin our way, you can use Jeff Bezos' money from Amazon Prime, and you can enter a subscription on Twitch.
Yeah.
And,
Dealz might take over
the NWA money. I don't get
bored.
any of it, but you get to, it's nice. So
I like your scarf.
Cool. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, I'm just throwing that out there. Do that. You can subscribe to the NWA and help out your favorite wrestling promotion. You can do that on Twitch. It's pretty nice. I think I also enabled never mind. That won't work anymore. We're not on the NWA YouTube. I was going to say I turned on Super Chat. That doesn't work there right now. So Twitch, you can do it on Twitch though. So make sure you do that. And seeing a lot of people come in from Facebook too. So that's kind of awesome. So thanks for joining us if you're watching on Facebook.
I think this is an exciting time for this to be able to make that transition over to Twitch right now. I mean, there's so many people. This is definitely the perfect venue to have that conversation. And I feel like there's just so much interaction that we can get out of there. So whether you're anywhere in America or anywhere around the world, thanks for joining us on whatever platform you're watching us on.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
But he's over there. I pointed the wrong direction.
Damn it. I got it wrong.
Chris is asking in the chat, do you guys know anything about StarCast? Any plans for
as of right now, we will not be involved, but let's face it, wrestling changes on a daily basis, and who knows what's going to happen. Until the event occurs, no one can say one way or the other.
All right. Alex Taylor in the chat. Thanks for being here, Alex. I love that photo of you there. You've got a
He's looking beefy.
Man, and look at that hair and beard. That man is looking like everything I wish I was in life. Alex, good for you. Keep on living that life, man. You're killing it.
Yeah, you changed the icon from the No Joe thing, you know.
He'd probably respond, but sometimes he gets lost in mid-sentence. Hey, sometimes you can't have the brains and the looks. Remember that.
Hey. I'm
talking about you, Danny. You obviously have the looks, but not the brains.
I beg to differ.
think,
what's on the docket today? What are we talking
I think Kyle needs some more of those gummies. He's a little bit on edge tonight.
It's been a stressful day, guys. It really has been. You're absolutely right.
Well, don't take it out on us. We're friends.
I really, guys, I'm happy to be a part of this. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just trying to keep it moving. All this has been announced as being there. That's right, he has. But in what capacity? You'll have to wait to find out.
Interesting. All right. Well, we can talk about some NWA power from this past week and a big week coming up. We'll get to that in just a moment after these messages from our friends at Fight TV and All Access. Here, listen to Kyle talk some more.
The National Wrestling Alliance and Fight brings you the ultimate streaming service for everything NWA. This is NWA All Access. For just $49.99 a year, you'll get every single NWA pay-per-view, NWA Power days before the rest of the world, NWA USA, and special Fight exclusive content. All the pay-per-views, all the action, all the power. For only $49.99 a year, that's a savings of over $100 versus just ordering everything alone. To subscribe, visit fight.tv today. That's FITE.tv. Join the thousands of fans that have already subscribed to the toughest brand in professional wrestling. The NWA, wrestling as it's meant to be.
And that's how you can watch NWA Always Ready on June the 11th. If you're not able to be in Knoxville, Tennessee, you can get it right there on Fight TV. And that all-access deal is unbeatable. $49.99. You can get all the pay-per-views.
You get everything.
Year. Yeah, it's perfect. I love that.
One thing that's not on it, though, that the Dealz has is 10 pounds of gold. That's not on there, right?
Flip it over.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Nailed it. You got it. Again, handsome man right there.
There it is. Got to slide over. This camera's got me all screwed up. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we were going for.
You didn't say
right
that.
Side up.
You said flip it over.
But think about that. Right now, you're giving people access to things that they can't get anywhere else. Go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop. Dealz has got these items and so much more. He's going to make things happen for you. Sure, you got to give him money for it, but that's the way things work. An exchange of goods and services.
I reduced the price of it, too.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Nice.
Reduced it.
Maybe I should
Dropped
go ahead and get that.
It's not $30. Now it's $20.
Oh, and Santa says, I know it's a little strange, but is anyone on a tear like Gags the Gimp? That dude needs a shot at Homicide.
When you bring up Gags the Gimp and Homicide, I just feels like a very special episode of Law and Order's Special Victims Unit. So who knows what could happen there, but a Gags the Gimp versus Homicide match is something that I would love to see. I like the way you think, even if you're just thinking about wrestling-wise, and I'm thinking things are going to get weird-wise. Either way, same page.
Gary, you're the one that books the guests. I mean, we got Chelsea Green on. I figure you could send a carrier picture into Gags. Oh, that was Dealz. Oh, I'm not.
Dealz hooked us up with Chelsea. You got to give credit where it's due. He's got the inside
I know
connect.
you've got
with
a close, intimate relationship with Gags the Gimp, so maybe you can broker a deal.
First, you got to get under the bridge. You got to find what bridge he's under. There you go.
Kyle, maybe you can ask your cousin Sal. They hang out together.
He doesn't text very often.
Sal really doesn't like Gags at all. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's some real I don't know if it's jealousy. I mean, imagine being jealous of a gimp. That takes a weird, damaged person. I know some very broken people. Nice to see you guys.
Was he on Power this week?
He was on Power this week, and I'm glad you asked because I guess it's time we talk a little bit about it. The rundown.
I was
big
waiting for
stuff.
the video.
Yeah. The show opened mainly at the podium with Pope and Trevor. They had a little showdown. Pope is trying to get inside Trevor's head, or not, I guess trying to get Trevor outside of his own head because he thinks Trevor's kind of lost right now. And he's just been going around just beating the hell out of people. You guys feel like, and we're going to talk about Trevor because he had a huge match announced today, but do you feel like Trevor has not been the same since losing the world's title to Matt Cardona?
Hell no. It's been crazy running around. I'll whoop your ass. I'll get you. That's the only thing I've heard him say.
He doesn't, no friendly time with Trevor anymore. He doesn't seem like very talkative.
Kyle, what do you think? You got to hang out at the podium with him.
Yeah, when I'm here, I get to be brave because nobody could punch me through a camera lens. But when I'm at the podium, I have to watch what I say. And I got to be honest with you, sometimes people seem a little on edge. And, you knew where you stood before. And now I think that one wrong phrase can make one punch come my direction. So, he's a bit of a changed individual.
Speaking of intimidation, another one I wanted to ask about is, Joe, this week on Power, you had a tough job at commentary, I would imagine, because, well, Austin Idol is there, but also intimidating wise. How's it doing commentary with Tyrus sitting right next to you?
When he's on and in the ring and in the mood to fight someone, that would be totally terrifying. But sitting at the commentary table, I imagine it's pretty similar to what the folks at Gutfeld feel like. I don't think he's going to go and beat up any of the people that are there having that conversation. He kind of understands why he's there. And of course, he's always going to talk highly of himself. And Austin Idol's going to be doing that too. But I think I'm not so much concerned for my safety. I feel like Tyrus is, as 2 million people a night know, he's an accomplished broadcaster. Very professional. I don't really have anything bad to say. I actually kind of appreciate a lot of what he had to bring to the table, not only as a veteran in the sport of professional wrestling, but also as our television champion. He's always welcome to come there. I prefer if you let Austin Idol maybe hang out in the back a little, and that might help, my eardrums, because, those headphones are right there and confining, and you might end up popping in issues in there. But I like having Tyrus there. I think it gives a really good perspective, and I know it brings a lot of eyeballs to the show. That's for sure.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be alone on this just because of the reputation Tyrus has, but I'm happy to see this. I wanted to say I thought it was kind of refreshing with Tyrus at commentary. It was just kind of a nice, calm demeanor the whole time, and it was just just old school commentary at the booth. Every once in a while you get the Austin Idols there, and Austin was there, but even he didn't get as much or as rowdy as he normally does. It was just kind of you and Tyrus made a great team, actually.
Well, thank you. And I think that we could probably expect to see him on commentary more often. And that might not just be because, Tyrus, gets eyeballs, but also I think it's on a selfish side of Tyrus that he always wants to have the best seat in the house to scout that competition that could be challenging him for that television championship. So if there's a match with Mims, he probably wants to be there right at ringside because he knows Mims got him for that belt.
And none of that's to take anything away from anybody who's sitting at commentary. I know it's a very difficult job. I mean, I've never done it myself, but it seems like it would be very difficult on the spot. You're relied upon to call the action for everyone. And one of the people that you normally are teamed up with, Velvet Sky, she got put in a whole new position this past week on NWA Power, and she had quite the experience. A couple of interviews back there. One I'm thinking of right off the bat, though, is she got to go one-on-one with Taryn backstage.
I'm Velvet Sky, backstage with Taryn Terrell. Now, Taryn, word on the street is you have some huge announcement. I mean, that's the rumor going around anyways.
Okay, but first, can we talk about you? You are on commentary and on top of the world. And then all of a sudden now you're back here? What happened? How does that happen? You're here and then here. I don't know what that must be like because I'm I'm up here and I just keep on going up. You see where my feathers are? And you're like if I take a little feather, you're like, bye, I'm going down. What does that feel like?
Taryn.
I know it must be hard.
Taryn. What is your big surprise, sweetheart?
I totally forgot. My big surprise! I'm so excited! Oh, I can't even contain it because like my heart is like, blah, I'm just so excited. And it's going to be like the best surprise ever. You guys are going to lose your minds. Like mine's blown. You're welcome.
Taryn, I'm going to ask you one last time. This is your shot. Shoot it. What is your big surprise?
Oh, well, I mean, I would love to tell you, but like, you're just a backstage interviewer now, so I kind of can't, but you'll love it, I promise, okay?
Bye, Taryn. Bye. Bye.
That's not even how you say it. Ew.
Well, I'm very offended by the fact that she's like, you're just a backstage interview. Velvet was helping us out because I got tied up doing other stuff. So literally, she was shitting on me by saying you're just a backstage interviewer.
I was going to say I didn't think of it as a demotion to be a backstage.
We all do our parts, and we just help out where we have to. You know, and she's doing a great job.
This isn't Barry Taryn time, okay? She was just making a suggestion. Or
the other thing I realize is
she asked her question.
I feel like I ask similar questions that Taryn does, so I guess I'm also problematic and hateable.
Right there.
Well, we all know that, Kyle.
Great feather, though. I wish I had the feathers and the voice of her, though. She could really hit those notes.
Well,
indeed. Will, what do you think?
I was thinking about Kyle as well when she was saying that, and no offense, Kyle.
None taken. It's reality, I guess, at times.
But we don't see Joe in the back interviewing people. There's definitely a clear hierarchy, and I'm just going to say that and leave it there.
Joe's the face of the National Wrestling Alliance. They would never put him backstage.
I also do interview people. I mean, I've done plenty of them. Ricky Morton recently aired on.
I'm going to interview people on the next show. How about
you
that?
should.
Oh, that's frightening.
I like that idea. I think Danny Dealz should be part of the broadcast. I mean, you've already called the action on commentary as part of our pre-shows.
That's true.
I think you could get there. And not only would you be a fantastic interviewer, you might move some shirts too. So
yes.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Write it down, Kyle. Don't you run everything.
Write it down, Kyle.
Calling action in the ring, scribbling on a page too. I could totally imagine him calling the action in the ring like, you know what, that person would look great in? They'd look great in an NWA t-shirt. There's too much skin in the ring right now. They need to cover that up. And they need to promote.
Well, I'm telling you, because all the faxes I get come from you. Even my 911 pages, it's from you. So you apparently are the guy who controls everything.
I'll concede that Danny Dealz should be in any of those positions, but only if Candy is also there. So that's where my allegiance lies. So there it is.
I mean, everybody's got a sweet tooth. You're right.
Yeah,
we like having candy around.
I'll give you a deal on Kit Kats. Good.
What about the
Hex? Tasty candy.
The Hex, speaking of some of our great women entertainers or wrestlers and correspondents in the NWA, the Hex were back this week, the tag team champions, and they took on Kenzie Page and Maddie. We've talked up Kenzie. Kenzie never backs down from a fight, and here she was just getting paired up with Maddie. She steps into any role, anytime, anywhere, and took on the two of the best women's wrestlers in the business today, and unfortunately they couldn't get it done, but hell of a match between those two teams.
Well, that's why Kenzie's going to get her partner Ella for the pay-per-view. I saw them talking some smack on the Twitter machine earlier too. They appear to be ready, or at least they think they're ready. I don't know. I mean, maybe they are. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
it says always ready. Will, are you ready? Or you think they're ready?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you saw what Kenzie did with Maddie, someone she's never teamed with before in the NWA, and imagine what she's going to do with Ella Envy and what they're going to be able to do. So, for me, that match was a big glimpse into a possible title change at Always Ready.
Ooh, are you making predictions, Will? Are you Jimmy the Greek?
I think before that match, I was a little bit on the fence, but after seeing that and how close Kenzie came with someone who's not a regular partner, I might be a little more of a believer.
Joe, you're a reporter. There's a scoop right there. Will is stating it there's a title change to the pay-per-view.
That's an uphill battle. I think the Hex has proven why they're absolutely dominant. I've said it on this program before, where they're a team that is a team of world champions. They mean it. They go all over the world and defend those championships. But at the same time, Kenzie Page has been able to scout the team on multiple occasions, and now she's in there with her devoted tag team partner who she's going to be on the same page with. And I think it's going to be the biggest challenge the Hex has ever faced. And there is that opportunity for them to make history in Knoxville, and their hometown. And they're in their hometown. They're gonna have hometown advantage for sure.
Well said. Yeah, I mean, I think that they've had the Hex before, and so yeah, they've scouted this match.
It's a Crockett Cup rematch, no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays.
I've said it before. I've said it again. Nobody ever learns from their successes. They only learn from their failures. Obviously, Pretty Empowered has the ability right now to learn from that, and I think really we could be looking at a giant upset in this one.
All right.
Nathan thinks so too.
Yeah, Eric thinks Will's surprisingly objective when talking non-Cardonas.
Okay. Well, I ignore these comments, but go ahead.
All right. Well, speaking of tag teams, I guess another good thing to bring up would be the Briscoes showed back up on Power this week.
I thought you were going to talk about the Obegotten.
Well, we are going to talk about the Obegotten, but first, the Briscoes showed up, and man, you want to talk about energetic? How about this? Kyle, you were right in the middle of it.
Power fans joining me at the podium at this time. Jay, Mark, the Briscoes. Gentlemen, we saw it. You came this close in a fraction of a second of winning the NWA World Tag Team Championships. And they hit it right here. Dem boys, the fans wanted it. I know you wanted it. Where do we go from here?
Let me say something. Can I say something? La Rebellion. The luckiest 3 seconds of your life was when you pinned this man right here. 1, 2, 3. But look, let me tell you something, amigos, or should I say, cabrones. Hey, them boys is always coming for you, baby. You got them titles, you got that gold tag team action. That's what we do. Don't nobody on the planet do it better. Tell them something, baby.
Hey, like you said, the luckiest 3 seconds of y'all's lives. I ain't sure when and I ain't sure where, but La Rebellion, we gonna do this again. Yo, them titles ain't safe. Hold them real tight when you go to bed. Hold them real tight every chance you get.
Give them a kiss before bedtime. Say prayers with them, because it ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long, baby.
All right. Pretty much it. Ain't too much more to say. Y'all Rebellion, y'all got lucky, but hey, next time we gonna do it again, and you ain't gonna get so lucky.
Yeah! You heard it right there. La Rebellion, watch out. They're still coming for you.
Wow, from the Dem boys, they want another shot at the gold. Tyrus, you're pumped, you're shaking.
I just love the intensity of the NWA. The Crockett Cup has launched just a mood of aggression and anger, and everybody's coming. There is no easy tickets. There's no easy nights. Everybody's in danger. Being the top predator in the NWA is risky business right now.
I had to leave that Tyrus comment in there because I couldn't agree more with what he was saying. That since the Crockett Cup, the NWA has been on fire with just all of these amazing matchups week after week on NWA Power and NWA USA, and like you said, nobody's safe, including La Rebellion, because I mean the Briscoes are waiting in the wings, but I mean they seem interested in just getting that win back from La Rebellion, because they may not get the titles back if the Commonwealth Connection have their way at Always Ready.
I agree with you.
That guy deported already.
Dealz. There you go.
I knew he was going that route. You just, some things, peanut butter goes with chocolate, and Danny Dealz goes with trying to deport people. It just says what it is. It's flavors that just bring each other together.
I'm just talking about the Bulldog brother. But by the way, did you notice the shirt?
Not a fan of the British, I guess.
Is almost this shirt's almost sold out. Did I tell you that? And then all these pins that Dealz made some deals on. Pin bundle over here, single.
In fact, if you buy it right now, you'll get the one Dealz has on.
Oh, well,
There's a higher charge for that one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if you want something that has his scent on it, you're going to have to pay at least an extra $2.
At least.
That's going to be on your only dance, right?
It's like a lavender musk. It's an interesting set.
It is.
Hey, look who's just commented on our Facebook page. I think that's pretty cool. You should bring that.
Ricky Martin.
Hello.
That.
There it is.
Oh, sorry.
Richard.
There it is.
A legend himself. That is awesome. Look at that. Ricky Morton checking in. Love that guy. Man, his son, I'll tell you what, in the NWA junior heavyweight division is looking fantastic. And one day, he's going to finally get to step back in the ring with Colby Carino at another match on NWA Power. Colby Carino beating AJ Kazana in their one-on-one.
That junior heavyweight division, literally at any moment, I just imagine almost anybody in that division could be a champion. I mean, Homicide, obviously a great person to have leading that division. Obviously a legend and somebody who could stop almost anybody in his path, regardless of size. But at the end of the day, if you're defending that title constantly, someday, the more you put out there, the more opportunities to lose. Somebody's going to take that off him in time. And it could literally be anybody. It could be Kerry Morton. It could be Colby Carino. It could be anyone that comes to the NWA. Because let's face it, if there's one division.
Plunkett.
Now, does Plunkett in the weight restrictions?
I think he's a little north of 225. I'm just saying.
Are you going to force Plunkett to cut weight to go for the junior heavyweight title?
He's already there. What are you talking about?
I will say this. I would pay good money to see Jeremiah Plunkett versus Homicide, but I don't know if it could be for the junior heavyweight title.
Oh, well, this is just bad talk here. What else happened on Power? I can't hear.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're going to think it's more bad talk, but Timor happened, and
Timor. I feel like we should have an echo when I said that.
You're right. We should. Timor. The end and Jax Dane coming out.
That was this week. See, I don't remember because I was almost knocked to my death.
It's that vaping. Somebody must have put something in your vape.
No, it was illegally. Alex Taylor was thrown over the top rope onto me, which is why we should have won. But a corrupt referee, Jared Fritz, a corrupt referee hired by the Gorgon, because I can't say her name because you got to pay, buddy, because copyright. And he, for whatever reason, he's on Power, and that's a DQ over the top rope.
All I know is the photo I saw of you, one of the best photos I've ever seen, them dragging you just away from the ring. You looked great.
That's not okay. Why is that okay? I could have been
great. I got to tell you, it's probably one of your best angles.
I could have
Kyle likes to delight in other people's anguish.
It's called Schadenfreude. It's because I am empty inside and I'm looking for happiness by looking at other people's malfortune.
Joe wasn't happy.
You took it too deep.
No, I never wanted
Being
to
honest.
get hurt.
See?
Dan, he's not hurt. He's with us right now. He's okay. It was a temporary.
He's fine.
He was
It could
stunned.
be a delayed injury.
I just wanted to bring Danny as part of our broadcast team. I think Kyle feels threatened. Kyle feels threatened.
I think you're absolutely right. It's the hair, it's the personality, it's how outgoing he is, it's the fact that he controls merchandise. He is everything that I wish I could be. And as there's one thing we know, I'm threatened by a lot of people.
It could be a delayed injury, Kyle.
Could be internal injuries.
I hope that in the next 5 minutes, you don't all of a sudden just fall over and are out of the show for the rest of the episode. I would be so distraught to know that the delayed injury took place during this.
I have one of the best doctors in the country.
What's the doctor's name?
Dr. Diamond. And he'll tell you.
to do Benny Boom Bots, but I don't know.
It's
that
not
might be
him.
a reference that nobody in this chat's going to know.
It's not him.
Except for Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton might be the only one to get that reference.
He told me it could be a delayed injury. So we never know. We're still checking it out.
I'm pretty sure this guy's just a podiatrist and should not be giving you any medical advice that does not deal with your feet.
He is not. Oh, stop. But go through your team war run through.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, all of that would make sense considering your recollection of this matchup, because to me, it seemed pretty clear that Dane and the Ed were fairly dominant in this big battle.
I don't remember anything except for that Jax attempted to kill G's, and I don't know what G's ever did to him.
Yeah, Jax just acts that way with everyone. I don't think it's anything in particular that he's looking for. If he wants to hit the trunk, he just will. Oh, so we got somebody on Twitch who knows.
Jack Death, brother. Transfer.
Welcome to Twitch.
Hey, by the way, dry hairs for squids. All right. I know my hair.
I don't understand anything that's happening right now.
I have some product that you can't.
I was just happy to say, hello to some Twitch brothers. So that's good. We're happy to have some folks from
viral. Jack Death. I cannot be the only one. All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was distracted I was typing in the chat and then I was trying to think of something clever to say. Because Twitch, I think this is cool. I feel like I'm young. That's why it says, "What's up, fellow high schoolers?" Because look at me. I look like I'm a cool guy, that I'm a Twitch type of person now. Like I fit maybe I'll get a TikTok. What's next?
I feel like this is becoming like a Kyle Davis therapy session.
Every day is.
We're exploring your deepest.
Ask Joe Galli. He's going to deal with this all the time.
Oh, let's check back in with Velvet Sky, who's also going to need therapy after her week on Power in the backstage. It's Gags gets all the love. He was there with her this time.
I'm Velvet Sky, backstage with my... What are you doing, dude? I'm trying to work here.
Your support here. Hashtag support.
More support. My girl. Okay. I'm joined by Father James Mitchell and Gags the Gimp. So, Father James Mitchell, please, the world is wondering, how did this kind of come together? Like, you have Judas, you have Sal the Pal. Where does one acquire a gimp?
You wouldn't believe this, but he was actually found under a bridge, under a highway, performing unspeakable acts for $5 a throw. But that's a long, drawn-out story. But the fact is that I appreciate classical literature, such as Dracula and Frankenstein. Victor von Frankenstein had his monster, his unstoppable monster. I have that in Judas. Dracula had Renfield, which I find my pal Sal, or Salvatorn, as I like to call him these days, as my own personal Renfield. But Dr. Frankenstein also had an Igor, a broken, huddled man, a man who is desperately seeking the approval of a master, a harsh master, in fact, someone who will be stern to him, someone who will make him feel sweet, beautiful pain, someone who revels in humiliation. And that's the reason I can make him of use to me. You've ever heard the term a useful idiot? Well, there's a place in the world for a man like Gags the Gimp. I need someone to clean my moat. I need someone to give me a pedicure with his teeth. And he has volunteered to do such things for me. And until he has outlived his usefulness, he'll continue to do so.
Pedicure with his teeth.
I have a question. That is just very interesting. I mean, if you need somebody to talk down to the Gimp, I mean, like Velvet Sky and Angelina Love, like we know how to talk down to people. Do you enjoy that? Can we talk down to you too? Or is this just something where it's like just you're the master?
No. He listens to me and me only. Don't you? Damn right you do.
Okay, thanks, I think.
So just curious for you guys, anybody in particular that if you had to give a pedicure with your teeth, who'd that be?
I mean, I've done it to myself before, but I mean, I don't think I want to do it to anybody else.
With your teeth? You can put your foot in your mouth? No. Oh my God!
I'm flexible.
Oh my God!
Why is this happening now?
Oh,
Gary, take
sorry,
them off the
Twitch.
chat now. That's whoa.
Listen, real talk though, I wish I could be so unfazed in life as Father James Mitchell is. His give a shit. Just anytime anybody interjects anything in there, he's gonna be Jim Mitchell and he doesn't care who's saying what or doing what. He is just unfazed. And when the Gimp looked at the camera, I felt like he was peering into my soul, and I did not like it. It made me uncomfortable.
All right. This is
hashtag flexible Kyle.
Gary, let's keep it moving along. What we got?
Okay. Well, we'll keep
Need
it
someone to
moving
clean
along.
my moat.
Yeah, there a lot of fans of Gags the Gimp in here, though. Pam saying Gags is no idiot. And Sandoval's calling Gags the Goat. So there you go. Nathan making a good point, though. He also seems to listen to Dango, because he certainly did during that tag match.
Well, I think if you're into some deviant lifestyle choices, you become a master of certain things, and I think maybe he's been in that scene where he knows how to dominate a gimp.
Yeah, he clearly knew his way around the gimp. Anyway, so yeah, Noob pointing out Velvet Sky might not be filling the backstage interviews, but
she was
hashtag Flexi Kyle.
It's important to be stretchable.
All right, well, the main event of the evening for NWA Power, just to wrap that up, was Natalia Markova finally getting her one-on-one match with Mickie James. And as good as Markova's been lately, she was not quite good enough to pull that off. Mickie putting down Markova with the spinning DDT 1, 2, 3. And Mickey's on a roll. She still seems frustrated, per her interview we showed last week, that she's not getting the title match against Camille herself. And I am anxious to see if she's going to be at Always Ready.
I mean, you would think that she'd be so happy because Nick is in the title contention in his division. We just heard Chelsea. She was praising, Matt Cardona being the champion and stuff. Sometimes you just got to question, relationships.
There you go.
Well, starting to draw up some General Hospital drama over here. Look at you. Go ahead, Joe.
Just try.
I'm just
you can talk all the trash you
on Twitch, it just appears that like Danny Dealz is putting himself over. And
I was about to say the same thing. I mean, you can talk all the trash you want, but who goes to comments about themselves?
That's not me.
The picture there looks awfully familiar.
No, I don't know who this Tony person is, but
I don't know this Tony guy.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
That's just a big fan of the Deal Machine.
Okay. Yeah, this Anthony.
Anything about it.
What's next? We're going to find out that there's a third guy that has a very similar look to you.
No, it's Candy. It might be Candy under assumed name. But Candy was great.
Yeah. All right. Weird name to pick.
Luke Asio.
Luke Asio. Exactly.
Luke Asio. Must be some of this ass.
Oh, look, there's another Wil Martin.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Wait.
Listen.
All right.
Let's make comments about this. Oh, okay, here we go.
Let me log into my Twitch. Hold on now.
What was that comment? I missed it.
Natalia Markova's been putting on some fantastic matches and, of course, making a name for herself in 2022. I'm looking forward to her match against Taya Valkyrie.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. That's definitely a match to look forward to coming up at Always Ready on June the 11th. You don't want to miss that. All our Twitch brothers and sisters, thanks for being here. The only other thing we got to run through is where did Kyle just disappear to?
He got too sad.
All right. Well, let's talk about USA real quick. I mean, the big thing coming out of NWA USA probably is that huge NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Homicide defended against Black Cheese. These two have a long history together, and it was a fantastic match. But Homicide continuously getting it done in the ring, defending that title. Him and the Hex must have a running count in the back for who defends their titles the most.
Cheese was
times.
still feeling the effects of Jackson's clothesline.
That's well said. Yeah, that's a good point.
You pop that trunk, it lasts with you. It sticks. Hey, he was having a delayed reaction to the trauma he took, much like Danny Dealz. We're just waiting to fall down right now.
Perhaps. Probably have the same doctor, Dr. Diamond. He is a Northeast brother, so maybe maybe it's the same doctor.
Northeast brother, he should be my doctor too. Then.
Well, you moved.
I did. I'm a Southeast brother.
Mm-hmm. And perhaps our weirdest one yet, we did get to meet Tom Latimer for 60 seconds. That was interesting.
You want me to do what? Talk about myself for 60 seconds? I got a dog at home that loves me. Dog's pretty cool. Born in the UK. Been wrestling a long time. Not many people here like me, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like me or not, it is what it is. I'm still gonna kick your ass, and I'm still gonna cash those checks. My bird's cool. She's pretty sweet. Camille, she's the champ around here. If you didn't know about it. And damn, I really like chocolate. I've got a real soft spot for chocolate, so you want to send me some chocolate, definitely send me some chocolate. Anyone from the UK, send me some chocolate. And I think, what else? Some other things. I'm a big dipper. I dip a lot. You know, like I like my chewing tobacco. So I'll keep my teeth looking nice and British. Am I done? All right, thank you.
I like Tom. I don't know why he said a lot of people don't like him. I like him.
He's not a player. He just dips a lot.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like that he had to tell us he was born in the UK. I thought that was a Minnesota accent. I wasn't sure.
I mean, obviously, Bird, everybody just uses Bird in Minnesota.
I'm talking about his accent. I'm talking about his vernacular.
Joe, that was Bird. It's just, I'm trying to agree with you. Why do you got to fight? Oh, man. If you didn't have that crazy concussion.
Yeah, I think it's a delay.
Yeah, very delayed.
Kind of like what I got right up here on the screen here on the YouTube machine. Got a delay.
Yeah.
No, Tom's super likable, and I want to get him chocolate so he'll like me now.
He is a huge fan of chocolate. I will say that. And Scott making a point.
I told him he could get the chocolate he likes at World Market, and he told me that's not the real Cadbury. World Market, and he told me that's not the real Cadbury.
What just happened there?
I don't know.
That was weird.
That was my nightmare, hearing Kyle twice.
Kyle's got his Twitch on because he's putting himself over in the comments.
I just checked, and I was like, I'm muted on the other screen, and I am, so I don't know.
Kyle just loves hearing himself.
I don't. I hate me.
You're at the right place.
Because everybody does too.
There you go.
Hates Classics.
There you go. Who is that? Who is that?
Haynes Classic. I don't think you want to go there. I don't think you want to go there, and I don't think anybody wants to Google Haynes Classic either.
No. Well, they're just going to find underwear ads. That's all they're going to find anyways. It's so random.
All right. There was one of them.
Hey, what was the next match we had, Gary? Hey, Gary, we got to
Hey, there was one of them when I was living in Cleveland. They called him the BVD Bandit, and he broke into an apartment complex and stole people's underwear out of the washing machine.
Could be wearing and Kleenex and get people to try to do things during matches. Anyway, let's move on.
It's the fun part is I feel like every week I lose control. So I don't know how you guys do it.
Who's the guy you guys brought up before? Who was the reference that Joe made before about Homeboy, the doctor name?
Oh, Vic Van Batten.
I wonder which one of these is a more obscure reference. Man, I am tearing up at this.
You know what else happened
high.
in the USA?
I'm not. I wish I was.
What else happened in the USA? Tell me what else happened.
So Rodney Mack and Brett Buffshay took on the Ill Begotten. That was fun, right?
See, now they were on the injury report too because Dealz was not there, and so mentally and emotionally, spiritually, they weren't all.
I'm looking at
even though they should have
WrestlingHeadlines.com.
won the match, they cheated. I wonder why, because I was suspended by the Gorgon. Wasn't I? Which I'm working on getting that looked at. I hit up Silvio, and we're going to get that out of there. I'm going to be back on USA. I'd make a better GM than her. That's it.
This is from Joshua Lopez at WrestlingHeadlines.com.
USA. You've heard
he says Mac got fired up, double toe kick, double Irish whip. Mac punches Alex Taylor in the back. Buffshay clotheslines Plunkett. Mac drops Taylor with a lariat. Taylor kicks Mac in the face. Mac hits Spinebuster. Mac makes Taylor tap out to the euthanizer. So Roddy Mack picks up the win here in this tag team.
That's BS, bro. I'm telling you.
No cheating. No cheating mentioned in that
power
article.
GM on USA. I'm going to unseat the Gorgon. Get her out of here.
That meaning, as far as the power ratings are concerned, Rodney Mack and Boucher are now higher in the tag team rankings than the Ill Begotten?
No.
Is it possible that the tag team came out of nowhere now has surpassed the Ill Begotten? Man, you're going to feel a type of way about that.
No, Return of the Mac and Buffy the Vampire Slayer are not. There's not. I'm just telling you right now. Wait till I get back on that show. I'm gonna have some things to say to the Gorgon.
I hate to tell you this, but somebody named Nathan Licklitter thinks that the Ill Begotten might be doing better without Dealz around.
Well, Nathan is mistaken, but I'm sure he's a very nice person.
That almost rhymed. Nathan is mistaken. That seems like it had a nice flow to it.
That's a good Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that cat.
That is a cute cat with sunglasses on.
What is the other thing on that? Is that a donut with a cat and a robot? Oh, it's a lizard face.
Yeah,
it's bigger now. I couldn't see it on the.
I think it's a code, like lizard people.
What are we talking about here? Let's see.
Maybe they're like genocide because it's a robot.
Illuminati.
Oh, yeah.
Illuminati. Could this be William Patrick Corgan?
Oh, that's a rumor I like.
let's clip that for the socials.
Is Haynes Classic William Patrick Corgan?
No, it's not. He's on tour.
I've never
He's
seen
got
them
time
both
to
in
mess
the
around
same
with
room
him.
at the same time.
I haven't either. And they're both. I've met both of them in
You guys are
person.
really running with this
People.
inside joke on here, and you're not explaining yourselves. So
that's fine.
I'm a fan of that.
I mean, I hope that the Twitch viewers are like, "What the hell am I watching right now?" Guys, this is the NWA. This is a bunch of people that are passionate about a business, but also are keeping themselves entertained while drinking. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you hit us up. There you go.
Calvin's got one. Love the NWA shows. What's y'all's thoughts on May Valentine?
I think May Valentine is a very talented interviewer. When she came on board, she was just learning how to do everything, and as time has gone on, she's evolved into a very, very, very talented person. And I wish I was bilingual. Hell, I could barely do my job in one language, much less do it in multiples.
Kyle, don't downgrade her. She's not bilingual. I don't know. What is it when you have 5 pentalingual?
Oh, that's true. See, I'm so ignorant. I can't even imagine having those skills. That's how good she is.
Lingual, right?
She's an author. She's a TV personality. She's an influencer. I believe she's a model. She's a human being. She's a success in everything she does. I wish I could say all those things, although I don't think I would look good wearing some of what she wears.
See, Kyle said all
And
that.
her tattoos are
what
better
he
than
basically
yours.
meant is he stalks
Yeah,
her.
my tattoos are horrible, bro. Kids, if anybody's watching this, make sure you plan your stuff out because 20 years later, it's not going to look the same. And also, if you get like sleeve tattoos, doesn't read through Apple. Apple Watches can't go through that. You'll not have technology. You'll miss out. You'll never know if you have a heart arrhythma.
So get a sleeve, but just leave a square.
This guy right here thinks you can barely speak English.
That's
I agree
not
with you.
It's Will on
they,
Twitch.
it's Will.
That's Kyle can barely speak English.
No, it's Will. Is there a second Will in the world that has a very
not,
say-
not hey, it's
Did
Will.
you say no? They it's You're proving his point.
Oh,
You're
your
proving
brain.
his
How did
point.
your brain work?
Hey, listen.
You can't be going,
It's not wrong. Just because we see the world in a different way, neither of us are wrong.
Well,
This is turning into a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys are catching the other drama in the chat right now. Brian V says Dealz looks like the guy at Home Alone that was with John Belushi. But
Remember when John
Willie
Belushi
Bowen
was,
pointing out quickly, Brian,
Joe
John
Pesci.
Belushi passed away in 1982. Home Alone came out in 1990.
Yeah. It's Joe Pesci.
I think we're not
Yeah,
the only ones.
Serious
saying it. I
stuff.
think
Yeah,
that
there's
that's what
Brian.
I
Oh
mean.
yeah, Joe Pesci. Okay.
There you go. There you go, Brian.
Right taps the same way. That's all.
It's Brian. Brian. Yeah, Terry.
I'm crying.
There you go.
I'm crying.
Terry knows
my
what's
God.
going on here.
Oh man, this has made my night, guys. I just want to let you know it's tough business helping run a wrestling company, and sometimes you need a little outlet there. So thank you very much. And Danny Dealz, make sure you're supporting him while you're also shitting on him by buying the merchandise. We're all wearing some of it. Give it a look. Ignore this. That's not it. But this beautiful hat, NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/shop. Everything you have there. Also, NWATix.com. If you're enjoying this, I promise you, NWA program is usually not this. So enjoy wrestling for what it's supposed to be because
No, because you know what's going to happen.
it's just a bunch of guys chilling right now. And thank you for being a part of that. And I hope that you keep on following and supporting the brand as you go on.
Stop. Power, backstage interview, USA, new GM, get the Gorgon out of here. That's what's happening. Joe, take us somewhere here.
I'm not the captain of the ship. Gary, let's move on to the next whatever.
Oh well, that's sweet of you, Joe. No,
Hey, no, they will. How about you?
The best thing I think we can talk about is
It's
getting
Will.
to Always Ready. I think we should talk about that before we wrap this thing up. And the best way we can do that is also from NWA USA to wrap that out. Kyle, you got to talk to Nick Aldis for a minute, and he had a lot on his mind.
Kyle, I stand before you today, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. I stand before you today not as a professional athlete, not as a slightly cocky, slightly brash, cool as a cucumber, oh so debonair national treasure that you've come to know and maybe love or maybe love to hate. Today I stand here as a man, as a husband, as a father, and as somebody who loves professional wrestling. I think of all the things that make me proud to be a professional wrestler. I think of all the guys and girls in the dressing room who are tired, they're beat up, they're held together by athletic tape, they're running on fumes, and they're gonna come out here and they're gonna bust it for you. That makes me proud to be a professional wrestler. I think about the great Doug Williams, my teammate, my mentor, my friend, teaming up with Harry Smith and tearing the house down in one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen with the Briscoes. That makes me proud to be a professional wrestler. I think about Ricky Morton, who's been selling out buildings before I was even born, still putting on the tights, still lacing them up tight and telling everybody who will listen, hey, when Ricky Morton's on the card, those people know they're gonna get their money's worth. That makes me proud to be a wrestler. I think about his son, Kerry. I think about Colby Carino, Gustavo, these young kids coming up, giving it everything they have to prove to everybody that they belong in the sport of professional wrestling, and they're coming back, and we have to follow that. That makes me proud to be a wrestler. So I'm asking you all, if you can find it in yourselves, because you make me proud to be a professional wrestler. So I'm asking you, if you can find it in yourselves, to get behind me one more time on my quest to be the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. Because Matt Cardona, you don't make me proud to be a professional wrestler.
Matt, tap down! 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 Matt, tap down!
You know, my wife said to me, man, Matt Cardona must have a horseshoe around his neck to be as lucky as he was to escape Nashville with the World's Championship. I said, babe, that horseshoe wasn't around his neck. That horseshoe's right up his ass. And it's about time I pulled it out and bonked him over the head with it. It's about time that I took back Sweet Charlotte, the 10 pounds of gold, and it's about time that I made everybody proud to be wrestling fans again. So Matt Cardona, look at me when I say this to you. The time is coming, and when the time comes, you will be looking up at the lights, and you will realize this is the NWA. And then you will look at me and say, that's the national treasure and the real world's champion.
That would be kind of weird if that was the first time Cardona knew he was in the NWA, if he was laying on the mat. The NWA. But that's what I'm just saying. Oh, this what is happening right here?
Why are there multiple Kyles? Multiple Kyles. What happened?
Oh, no. It's a multiverse.
What's wrong with Kyle tonight?
There's multiple Kyles.
I literally have 1,000.
I'm kicking one
no,
out.
we
Hold
can't
on.
understand you, Kyle. Oh my God, that was like a demon.
All right, I removed one of the Kyles.
Thank you.
Can you keep going? Don't stop while you're ahead, Gary.
Okay, so I don't know where the window went on my laptop, but I thought I accidentally closed it out, and now I'm lost.
All right.
What do you mean
lost
you're
in
lost?
the cosmos.
I found it.
Anyway, as I was saying, this wonderful hoodie that I'm wearing here. Oh, now there's no Kyle.
Now he's back.
Okay.
Huh? I'm trying to pitch the blue hoodie, Kyle, the USA hoodie. By the way, it's almost gone. There you go. That's it.
All right. Well, make sure you go over to nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop. Nathan pointing out promos like the one just delivered by Nick Aldis make him proud to be a wrestling fan. Scott wants him to get a shot at the title, which isn't marred by outside interference and cheating by his opponent.
Sounds like he wants a cage match.
Terry wants Kyle of the multiverse.
Whatever.
I hope I'm not the evil one.
Yeah, you're the zombie one.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't say anything.
All right, let's talk about that always ready card because that's a huge main event we've got there. Nick Aldis taking on Matt Cardona for the World's Heavyweight Championship.
I'm coming for you, you bastard. All right, who do we got in this one?
Oh,
I can't give you an answer until I know the stipulation. WPC, tell me the stipulation.
One of you should be able to figure that out. You and Joe Galli, I figured if any kind of investigative reporters like yourselves figure it out.
I want to figure out what music this is, Gary.
I like this. I'm digging this.
The standard
Generic rock?
non-copyrighted music.
Oh.
It's just called rock and roll.
That's literally the name of the track. It just says rock. We can go something else. You want to go Night Drive?
Yes. Ooh, I like this feel.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. Always ready, baby.
Matt Cardona, Nick Aldis, going one-on-one, always ready for the World's Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, chill out there, Pillow Talk. Anyway,
I'll tell you who's always
Will should work at a jazz radio station. That was great.
Yeah.
Hey, 10 pounds of gold on the line in Knoxville.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so wet right now.
Have yourself a Kavasi.
No, you just spilled the drink. It's okay. It's not what you people think.
Oh, it is. It is what you think.
Oh my god.
You know the joke.
I don't like this one. This one's making everything weird. We're gonna
Next
go.
slide, Gary. Next slide.
That's right. Get back on.
Because you're uncomfortable.
Oh my God! All right, well let's hear it. Let's hear it. Has anything changed from last week? Who do you have? Kyle.
I'm going to go with Matt Cardona because I feel shadiness always wins. Nick Aldis, if it's a clean one-on-one match, he's got a great shot at this, but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know what the stipulation is. Cage match, death cage match on a pole match. Anything that could happen here. I feel like Matt Cardona will always find a way to cheat himself into victory, and Chelsea seemed very confident, but I go with the confidence.
Ryan may disagree, says Nick Aldis all the way in the chat. Daddy Dealz, who do you say?
You want.
I got Cardona, but it's a push. Don't take the point. Cardona.
Media M5 says Cardummy will win. Joe Galli, who do you think?
Just to be different, I'm just going to say Nick Aldis. I mean, Nick Aldis has hardcore matches. He's had cage matches, and he's been successful in both. So far, we think either one of those is going to be the stipulation. So I think that he's got quite a shot at making it.
He can become a 3-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion is what you think. 3 times. 3 times. 3 times.
Roy Cap's putting out the beautiful 10 pounds of gold on the shoulder of Wil Martin right now. Will, do I even
Well,
have
this is
that?
just
Bandu belt?
It is.
Hell yeah.
With all the trimmings, actual leather, only the best.
Cranberry
And it's a
sauce,
visual
mashed
representation
potatoes, green beans,
because I
all the things.
wanted the juxtaposition of this wonderful Matt Cardona.
Is that Matt Cardona up there with the purple lighting, the 10 pounds of gold, and the MCWA shirt? Oh, wait, hold on.
Listen, I'm not.
No, it's
claiming
just
to be
Will
the
in a
champion.
Speedo.
If he puts knee pad before, you put knee pad, you look like a wrestler, not like a guy who's just trying to sexify the world.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the visual representation of where we're going to be on June 12th.
I blew
with
my
Matt
eyes out.
Cardona still with the 10 pounds of gold. I know that shocks everybody that's my pick, but that's just the world we live in right now.
Will's just going to heel turn, and he's going to cost Matt Cardona the World's Heavyweight title. He's just building him up to break him down.
What?
Oh my God, imagine.
Man, I think that if it's a straight one-on-one match, I agree with Nick Aldis. Every day of the week, twice on Sunday, he beats Matt Cardona.
But
straight up
But it's on
one-on-one. And you're
Saturday,
right, Kyle.
so-
I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Who knows, though? Who knows what this match is? We don't even know what this match is.
What are the matches we got?
Well, let's run down the card, Daddy Dealz. I'm glad you said that. Let's talk about some of the other matchups that are going to take place. How about this one? Big triple threat match. The Fixers are taking on the Mortons. Kerry Morton and Ricky Morton. And AJ Kazana and a mystery partner. We don't even know who the mystery partner is. So more questions for Always Ready.
You know, the Kazanas are are a Tennessee family. They have a heritage. They have a history there. For all I know, why are you laughing, bro?
Daniel's laughing.
You live in Tennessee too.
Tennessee family.
They are. So literally, for all I know, this could be Jumpin' Joe Costanza. This could be anybody Costanza. I said Costanza. It could be Joe Costanza. It could be the Shadow, because only the Shadow knows. It could be, I don't know. Let's just throw a name out there.
I still stand by that. Shadow looks like William.
Oh my God! If it's Robert Gibson taking his vengeance on the Morton family, upset that Ricky is tag teaming with someone younger than him that he's actually blood related to. What if that could happen?
The final tour of the Rock and Roll Express. Robert Gibson turns on Ricky Morton.
We've all heard the story that Ricky Morton didn't want to be NWA World Heavyweight Champion if he had to break up his tag team. All this time, all of that dedication to have his partner turn on him like that and be a Shadow. Oh my God, what if it's a Black Scorpion?
I hope you're right. I hope it's the Black Scorpion. How about this matchup? Natalia Markova along with Taryn Terrell taking on Taya Valkyrie, making her NWA debut.
I got Taya Valkyrie with the points.
That is the Crush versus La Huera Loca. What about you, Joe Galli? What do you think?
Oh, Markova all the way. She's on a tear. This is
nuts.
Taya Valkyrie coming into her home turf as the way Markova sees it. She's got Taryn Terrell backing her up. I'm going Markova all the way.
Ooh, Kyle, you feeling that?
Did you see
really pertinent points there, but I really do feel that both of these women are so aggressive in the ring that really at the end of the day, I don't know if both of them are going to walk out of the ring. They are both that aggressive, and I feel like the only person that's going to win this match, the fans.
Well, I would agree with you, except that the...
Did someone laugh at me again? Or scoffing at me?
That wasn't me.
Sorry, I meant to mute it. My bad. Usually I mute it when I laugh at you.
To mute my laughter. Will, who do you have in this matchup?
I've got Markova. I mean, Joe's right. It's her turf. Taya's coming in here. And that's just how I see it. And it's a numbers game, too.
Cabinet. I gotta go get those as a snack. Good call, though.
The tough part here, Danny, is that you're also talking about not only is Natalia Markova as tough as any woman I've ever seen, there in the background, you'll see Taryn Terrell is with her, who's his.
And you know I love Taryn Terrell. She's one of my favorites. Taya Valkyrie is nuts. I don't think you guys are grasping it. She's crazy. She's jacked. She's crazy. She'll do anything.
All right. Well, we're going to find out. How about this matchup just announced? Aaron Stevens' swan song. He has challenged Trevor Murdoch. That match has been accepted. And who knows? Who knows what that even really means?
This is my question, why I can't pick this one yet. What Aaron Stevens is it? Right? I mean, talk about multiple personalities. I don't know which Aaron Stevens I'm getting here.
All we know about the matchup is this quote from Aaron Stevens.
I was going to read that too, so we're on the same page. Look at us.
Well, if you'd like to read it, go ahead.
This match against Trevor Murdoch at Always Ready, my swan song as it were, not only marks the finale of an unparalleled wrestling career, but the dawn of a new age. When I first left wrestling, the business experienced one of the biggest lulls in its history. Since returning, my presence has not only proven a blessing to fans everywhere, but the entire industry has been better off because I was a part of it. After June 11th, I will keep the wrestling fans, all staff, the competitors, and the entire industry in my thoughts and prayers going forward as they all proceed without me. Thank you. That to me sounds like a swan song, as this is Aaron Stevens' retirement match. That to me sounds like a man who's stepping away and moving on.
Sounds like the wrestling industry is going to just die off without Aaron Stevens. That's
confidence.
He's tossing his thoughts and prayers out to the poor wrestling industry that's going to have to exist without Aaron Stevens. All I can say is Aaron Stevens is dangerous, and especially when he's in crazy mode. And I don't know that he's ever seemed crazier than he does right now. Like he's just he seems ready to go all in on this matchup as his final match. It's going to be a little wild.
I mean, Trevor, right now, on the role he's been on, the aggression, the feelings he's been putting out there, finally getting in touch with his inner Murdoch. I mean, if Aaron won a last match, I mean, this might be a little bit more permanent for him than he planned.
Yeah, I agree with Roy DeCaps here in the chat. I mean, if this is a swan song for Aaron Stevens, it might be a little more than he's ready for. I agree. He's dangerous. He's talented. He's been around. He is a gift. to professional wrestling. But Trevor Murdoch is in no condition to, give any kind of grace or compassion to anybody in the ring, whether it's their last match or not, because Trevor has reached a point where he doesn't care, and he's out for vengeance. He's out for blood, and that's what we're going to see.
I've just realized if Jack Death is in the chat, does that mean one of us is a trancer? Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, go on. What else is that?
Joe Galli, you seem laid back. What's going on with Joe Galli? He seems chill tonight.
I'm sad.
Why are you sad, buddy?
Aaron Stevens has been a part of the NWA since we launched Power. I mean, to see him leave and to see him wanting to step away, it makes me sad. I mean, yes, Danny Dealz is 100% right. We have no idea what Aaron Stevens is going to show up to wrestle Trevor Murdoch. I hope it's the most intense version. I want to see the Aaron Stevens who challenged.
The shooter?
I want to see the shooter. I want to see shooter Aaron Stevens, the one who challenged for the 10 pounds of gold.
Whose shirt is in some of the bundle bags on the website, by the way. Go
One
ahead.
of my favorites. One of my favorites. So that's who I hope shows up, because who doesn't want to leave? Who you got to win. You got to win that match. So, but he's going up against a super motivated Trevor Murdoch. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let's put it that way.
It's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what a Swan Song match entails. Like, is there anything special about it, or it's just
there might be some swan singing?
What you do is you do this with your hand, and then you want to make sure you get this. And
For
then
those of you listening to the audio version of this, Kyle is making his arm into a swan.
Yeah, you could have a swan that's.
I like to wrap my leftovers in aluminum foil and make the little swan head.
Yeah. Last cruise ship I went on, a guy who cleaned my room did that. He made a swan.
Nice. Also, good technique, and then you make it talk. Anyway, moving on.
And he did that while Danny was asleep in bed. It was weird. It was just like you woke up.
No, they wait till you leave. They don't want
you talked about.
cruise ship.
Both.
Not on that one, especially.
What about we talked about this a little bit, but just to bring it back up again, the Hex are defending the tag team championships against the Pretty Empowered. I think nobody beats the Hex, but you guys might disagree.
You guys were calling for title changes earlier. What happened?
Not this guy.
That was Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green was saying title changes, which kind of weirds me out because her husband's the world champion. I think that might be a little something they need to have a conversation about. But as far as this match goes, I really do feel that Pretty Empowered has the opportunity to be the upset of the night. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Amish. You're always just churning stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what I do. I do like butter, and I don't eat it enough, but I need it for my carbs, so I'm going to churn that butter. I don't know if I have the right euphemism. Moving on.
That's the Hex.
Yeah,
I can't go against the champs there. You know?
Joe Galli just looks like he's done with us.
He wanted to keep this to an hour, and I'm making it difficult on him.
Oh, okay. All right.
My cat's hungry. My cat needs to be fed.
All right. Well, we're moving on really quick. What about Mims versus Tyrus World Television Championship? Joe Galli, has your opinion changed on this matchup since you've been side by side with Tyrus at commentary?
I'll say this. This could be the match of the night, and that's saying something. I want to see Mims step up to the master titles. That's all I got to say.
I think I'm with you there. What do you sound?
I don't know. I mean, Mims slammed Tyrus before, but he did use the ropes. He did kind of cheat. I don't think it can happen again. I'm still going with Tyrus.
What was that, Kahlua?
He's strong. I'm just saying. Cheated.
Kahlua says Mims.
Just Tyrus.
I mean, that's great that you have the book. There's going to be an autograph signing in the afternoon prior to the pay-per-view on June 11th there. You can get your copies either at the show or pre-order. Look at that. He got one right there. So if you want to be a part of that. And, I think that's great that he's going to be signing books. And I think he's had a hell of a run as a television champion. But I just saw Mims the other day online. It looks like he cut that hair. It looks like he's getting a little more streamlined. He's ready to go. He's ready to move. I don't know. New gear, new look. Maybe new things are in the horizon for him.
Lots of people think Mims is going to take this one. It's going to be interesting. Tyrus has been unstoppable so far. Speaking of other people that have been unstoppable, how about this? The team of La Rebellion, these guys, nobody's been able to beat La Rebellion except one time since they've debuted in the NWA, and that was in the Crockett Cup against the Commonwealth Connection. Does Lightning strike twice, and the Commonwealth Connection win the World Tag Team Championships. That's going to be fun.
As much as I would hate to, pick the Commonwealth who cheated the ill-begotten and Harry should be deported still. As stated previously by me, Douglas, being an older English gentleman, I'm sure knows the ways of Peter Cushing, and he probably will know to bring his silver and his garlic and all that to beat the Werewolf Brothers. But if they don't have a Hammer Horror movie marathon, I believe the Werewolf Brothers will come out on top again.
I believe the only people that could beat La Rebellion are La Rebellion themselves. This is going to be a test of whether or not they can be in an emotional state to overcome. If you're so used to winning, when you finally lose a match, obviously it can have a real devastating effect on you. People get in your mind space. They affect you on an emotional level.
They even beat your cousins, the Briscoes.
They did beat my cousins, the Briscoes. Man up. And the fact of the matter is once somebody's in your head, you have to be able to overcome that. The fact that they beat them is there. If La Rebellion could get past that and get back into the mindset of saying, hey, we're champions, we don't lose, La Rebellion all the way. But if they're still trapped in that mindset, and I don't know if they are, I'm not a mind reader. If they're trapped in the mindset of knowing that they don't think they could beat the Commonwealth Connection, then definitely it's going to be an uphill battle.
Commonwealth Connection's got a lot of support from their chat. But Polka Dot Pam there, staying with La Rebellion.
No, Pam knows Werewolf Brothers. They're crazy.
I don't know, man. I think it's just that they've been undefeated, and the only time they've lost is when they were in a series of matches. So that, again, so is Commonwealth Connection. So it's going to be interesting to find out what happens in that one. How about this national title on the line? Jack Stane defending against the former champion, Chris Adonis. Both men, two-time national champions. They both know what it's like to have that title. They both know that it's a ticket to the World's Heavyweight Championship. Who is walking out of this one when these two big beefy boys bash in the middle of the ring?
Who's going to happen here? One guy pops the trunk, the other's got a master lock, which means if he gets the master lock in, he can't get that trunk open to pop the trunk. I think maybe we could be looking at Chris Adonis taking the National Heavyweight Championship.
Joe Galli, what do you look deep in thought? I gotta know.
My opinion has not changed since our last broadcast. It's going to be who gets to it first. If the master lock gets locked in first, it's done. If that trunk gets popped first, it's done. It's just going to be who's going to get to it first.
It's a coin flip. Yeah, it's a coin flip. They're both big, jacked, and crazy. So
it might be the match I'm looking forward to most. I'm excited about that one. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Except I'm looking forward to it most besides this one, because how about Camille is defending the Women's Championship? The Burke is on the line with the Brick House versus the King. Kylan King steps up. What a huge triple threat against Genocide and Chelsea Green. And she got her title shot, and now she gets to go face-to-face with Camille. This is going to be a good
Now,
one.
remember, our special celebrity guest, the Sugar Pop Chelsea, actually picked Kylan, did she not?
She sure did. Chelsea Green said she picked Kylan to take the title here.
It might be hard to disagree with Chelsea. I don't know. I might lean towards Kylan here. I don't know.
If you meet Kylan in person, I mean, I don't know that Camille's faced somebody with just like the size and strength of Kylan King. Just like her, the matches up pretty well with Camille. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Joey G, give it to us.
I gotta stick with Camille on this one. I feel like she's got this iron clasp on the Burke, and I've seen Kylan not only in the NWA but a lot of other independent motions throughout the great state of Texas. But I don't know, Camille. I mean, unless she partied a little too hard for her wedding, and I'm sure she's got a honeymoon coming up. Maybe she kind of hits the gym a little less or something like that. I don't know. Maybe she takes her not so seriously. That's the only way I could see. Man. So either way, it's going to be a great match.
Willie.
Yep. Well, I will not disagree with the Queen. I believe that optimal condition would be for the belt to go to Kylan and then promptly on to Chelsea Green. So I'm going to go with my heart on that and make that my prediction. Chelsea Green, future NWA Women's World Champion.
There it is.
All right. Well, doesn't really have anything to do with what we're talking about, but okay. Fair enough. All right, well, guys, we're getting ready to wrap this thing up. I know Joey G has got to feed his cat, and we've all got stuff.
My pup's not looking at me like I have to take her for a WALK. You still don't know how to spell, do you? Good.
One segment I wanted to introduce, and we could all start trying to contribute like different segments. You know, I'm interested in having things for the people to look forward to. But one of the things I've wanted to do since we started this thing that I have finally been able to put together for this episode of the show, before we wrap things up, I wanted to give everyone at least one moment of Sal.
Friends. How many of us have them? Let's be friends. May. Friends are fun. But the master is funner. There's one for me and one alone. And now I sing my happy song. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun.
I just want
Wonderful
people to
song.
not.
I don't think Billy Corgan has anything to worry about.
That was concerning.
I just want people to
he's not a
not be
great
able to go to
singer,
bed on a Monday night without their moment of Sal.
Yeah.
That was the worst cover of the Animals I've ever heard. But
You mean to tell me that was a song? Oh no, that could be copyrighted.
oh boy,
no, good.
Demonetized.
We're not on the NWA's YouTube anymore, so we're fine. It's all right. The animals aren't watching.
Think they're all dead, maybe?
I don't know.
Good Lord.
What? This happened? Like, I hate to say this.
Dark turn.
Almost every time you see an animal on a movie you love, that dog's probably not with us anymore. It's cool.
Father
Not with us anymore.
Father Kyle Mitchell over here. Look at it. Getting all sinister and dark.
Just being honest, sometimes the truth is not a happy place.
Going to see Sal on Court TV one day. Well, you never know. Mayhaps.
It's true.
Sal is an animal. Well, then maybe that's the reason why he covered that song.
All right. Well, that was your moment of Sal. Anything else you guys wanted to add before we wrap this baby up for the evening?
Well, of course, you know I always got the deals, but we've already talked about that. But anyway.
Yeah, always with the deals, Danny.
Hit up
Dealz.
the website.
Make sure
But you know, I should do a sale. I should do a
no,
sale.
not that
coming
one.
up, yeah?
Yeah.
I should do a sale come up. We got Memorial Day coming.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
39. I still can't remember when Memorial Day and Labor Day are. I can't tell them apart, so I'm real shitty at this.
Yeah, that's terrible. You shouldn't say that out loud. Yeah, we're gonna have a sale, and I got a couple new designs coming. But we'll worry about that later.
All right. Well, don't forget about Always Ready, Saturday, June the 11th. You got to get that NWATix.com address in your browser right now. Buy some tickets. You want to be there. You don't want to miss this pay-per-view. And then the very next night, NWA Power Taping.
Change the graphic.
I didn't update it though.
Oh, I got to send you the right graphic.
Yeah. So I don't even know if
It's on you, Kyle.
Yep. Let's blame me for that one. That's totally on me. My bad. Sorry,
you
guys.
said you didn't send him the graphic.
I swear to God I did, but that's okay.
Fax it over. I'll scan it in.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
All right. Well, don't forget. You can get tickets for both at NWATix.com. Don't forget about that. Also, if you're not already signed up for NWA All Access on Fight TV, that's where you want to be. $49.99 annual pass gets you all the pay-per-views. First run of NWA Power, which comes out tomorrow. By the way, we did talk about that.
You have my favorite syrup.
Oh, Terry, thank you so much for being there.
What? It comes from him. He's the one that makes it.
Elmer's All Access. There you go. Roy Caps wants to know, why did Fight TV drop the live chat? Because they don't have the balls that we do, Caps. They don't have the balls that we do.
Why'd they drop the live chat?
Because the
balls I have are these.
Yeah.
Why they drop the chat? Is it because they're afraid of us? Very doubtful.
I don't think
they dropped the chat because people went crazy. People like Willie Bowen, I see you in the chat. You're out there. I know you were one of them. No, but anyway, Fight TV's chat got rowdy. But anyway, I guess they decided they didn't have time for mods, and so they just stopped it. So anyway, but we've got the chat. We don't care what you say. We'll go one-on-one with anybody. We're not afraid. I got Joe Galli over here in my corner. That's right. Anyway, you see us all here. You can find us online, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the stuff. Come hang out with us. Talk to us. Tell your friends about the National Wrestling Alliance if you haven't already. And if you haven't created a Twitch account, go create a Twitch account and subscribe on Twitch. You got to do that too. Give us some exposure. Tell people about us. You love the NWA. I know you do. That's why you're here. So you need to share with the world what it is you love about the National Wrestling Alliance.
Wow, Eric Dale.
That's the way to wrap a show.
Eric Dale says, if you're not getting NWA All Access, your wife's next man will.
Which just reminded me, I need to watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers because I'm told it's fantastic. Thanks, Dale.
I heard the same thing last night. I'm excited about it. All right.
Oh, Will, you don't know about this. It's a super meta version of the famous kids cartoon, but with a modern slant on there with John Mulaney and Adam Sandberg. They're not promoting this. I'm just a fan.
I heard it was the new Roger Rabbit, basically. That it feels like that, like just lots of cameos.
Disney Plus streaming right now
mixed, and it's just it's a lot of fun. All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. We love you guys. Check us out tomorrow night. NWA Power is the first night of Power Trip 2. So you got to check that out. I know Scion's in action. Who else? Do you remember off the top of your head? I remember.
I know Mike Knox is
let me see if I remember here.
Yeah,
Mike is going to be the main event. What else we got going on?
I know Joe Alonzo makes his NWA debut against Scion.
Does. I know Trevor Murdoch is in action. And
Max the Impaler versus Ella Envy.
That's
Get Ella in the game.
You know, I made the reference before. I'll say it again. You know, Dealz loves horror movies. Who will survive and what will be left of them after Max the Impaler faces Ella Envy?
That's from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ding, ding.
So, anyway, all right. All right, thanks everybody for being here. Until next week, everyone, enjoy your